All new at 10, an alarming trend with teens and house parties. And tonight, an emotional message from a grieving father. Just this month, a man was sentenced to 70 years in prison for shooting and killing a 16-year-old girl at a party. Tonight, that victim's father speaking to KENS 5 for the first time, as authorities say there is a rise in teen gatherings with guns and drugs. KENS 5 reporter Hannah Tita is live in the newsroom tonight. So Hannah, you went back to our reporting on these shootings over the last several months, and you found some disturbing numbers.
That's right, Henry. We've covered almost a dozen house party shootings in just the last 7 months, and most of those turned deadly. Now, one of the saddest statistics to note here, Henry, most of the victims were children. 2 weeks ago, Nathaniel Melendez Jr. was sentenced to 70 years behind bars. A jury found him guilty of spraying bullets at a crowded 4th of July apartment party back in 2022. He injured 2 girls and killed 16-year-old Evelyn Gambardo. Adalberto Gambardo says his daughter never met the shooter before that day. He remembers his daughter as a hard-working, generous, funny, and sweet person with a bright future. She was his youngest child. Gambardo tells us his daughter's murder trial has opened his eyes to the gun violence epidemic among teenagers.
The sad reality is that 3 of those kids that were there, that were supposed to be witnesses that day, 3 of all the people that were there are deceased. So out of all those witnesses that were due to testify in court, 3 of them weren't able to make it because they were deceased as a result of gun violence.
And this week, the Bexar County Sheriff's Office made 2 more arrests in a deadly rave shooting at an abandoned dance hall. Sheriff Javier Salazar previously telling KENS 5 this act of violence is part of a growing trend where young people are utilizing vacant, newly built homes for parties, often involving narcotics and firearms. He calls it a, quote, recipe for disaster. Gambardo believes a mental health crisis among youth after COVID, coupled with normalizing violent behavior, is really driving these tragedies.
Seeing kids in a party like that with weapons on them, for some kids nowadays, it's the norm. Don't bring the guns around. Guns kill. That's what they're for. I would say that if they have mental issues, to reach out to somebody.
And Gambardo says his faith, as well as feeling his daughter's presence with him, helped him forgive his daughter's shooter. He's now mentoring young teenagers to help prevent senseless acts of violence like this. Reporting live in the newsroom, Hannah Tita, KENS 5.